All right, man. Let's talk about Tony Harrison saying that he will step in and fight Tszyu, and that Tszyu ain't got to wait 6 months on Charlo to get back into the ring. All right, Tszyu ain't fought since last March. Yeah, he ain't fought since last March. So that's something to think about for a minute. But he said somebody at Tszyu. I'm trying to find it. So here we go. I mean, he was offered to fight Tszyu before Terrell Boucher. Apparently, I think they wanted him to go over to Australia. He wasn't willing to go over to Australia to make it happen. I mean, you know, he just lost his father and stuff. And then who really trying to go all the way to Australia to begin with? You know what I'm saying? So Australia ain't on the top 10 destinations for a black man at all. You know, so that's something to think about. But at the same time, you know, for Tszyu, I mean, if they strip him of the vacant title, they strip him of the title, I wouldn't have no problem with doing it. You know, if I'm Tszyu and they gonna strip him of his title, no problem. But I'm not about to fight a high risk reward fight with Tony Harrison, you know, and lose my title shot. You know, I already stepped aside for them to go ahead and make the Castanos fight already. I already stepped aside when Castanos got injured. So, you know, but if he step up, fight Tony Harrison, the bright side is if he do get the victory, he gets some more experience. You know, he stay loose, he stay active, and that's the upside to it. You know, downside, if you lose, you got to work your way back up. But most people gonna say if you can't beat Tony Harrison, you can't beat Jermell Charlo. You know, but in a fight, anything can happen. And styles make fights, and they two totally different type of fighters. Tony Harrison is a slick, rangy guy. Charlo can be slick and rangy, but he like to bang. So, I don't know. But you hear rumors leak out that the PBC, they just don't have the money to fund the event. If it was the tickets wasn't selling, you know, if the tickets wasn't selling, if it was they didn't have no money for the event, you know, Showtime not putting the money up no more, whatever it may be, I don't think that side of the street is being too kind to the Charlo twins. And that's things you've been hearing. That they don't sell and they tired of wasting money, especially on Jermell Charlo. It seemed like on Jermell Charlo. And that's why I wonder how big the fight would have been in Australia, but then asking the undisputed champion to go to another country might be disrespectful. But my thing is this. You know, people was allowed to walk in the Castanos fight. People was allowed to walk right in that fight. No, leaving a soccer game. So, and you be like, why would the Charlos can't sell? They knock people out. They're exciting, you know, but when you disrespect the paying customers, they ain't gonna never go your way. We're just being real. When you start disrespecting paying customers, what you expect? Ask yourself that. What do you expect when you start disrespecting paying customers? You know, but if they strip them, which they probably should strip Jermell Charlo, Brian Castanos made them wait. Made Tszyu wait. And now Tszyu possibly got to wait another year. You thought you got to talk about injury setbacks. And they should. Most people think Bud should jump up there and fight Tim Tszyu, which ain't no easy fight. Tim Tszyu a thick kid, bro. And everybody looks so he ain't doing nothing too special. Sometimes you just need the basic fundamentals, and he could thump. You know, but Tony Harrison getting in there. I mean, with him, you see Irv right here saying, "What about the Fondora fight?" You know, and they ordered him and Fondora to fight. But the thing about it is, they don't have no money to fund these fights, bro. If you look at PBC schedule, look at it. Look at their schedule, right? Ask yourself about their schedule for a minute, right? And you look at their schedule, and ain't no regular TV fights lined up right now. None. And they pushed the Earl Spencer Thurman fight back. Most people think that was fishy. So, of course, if the Fondora fight was 100% go, Tony Harrison wouldn't be trying to get this fight. Look, ain't nothing lined up. Nothing. FN Jobway fighting somebody else because Oscar Rivas had more eye injuries. Keep going. Showtime, like they got a shout out to Atif Overton on there. Showtime got a Showbox card. Charlo fight canceled. Is you know, so they ain't got no regular TV fight schedule, bro. No. So that's why the president left. And when they start looking at the books, because you know, boxing, Showtime is just the small potatoes, of what CBS do. And if it really was major like that, and that's why they probably did the Paramount Plus app. They probably knew that the Showtime app, with the Paramount Plus app, especially when it started growing, was just they was gonna get rid of it. Especially because of cable and all that stuff. A lot of people cutting the cord on cable and all that type of stuff. So they probably knew it was a means to an end. Right? So when they start opening up the books, kind of AT&T did with boxing. When they bought HBO, they said, we wasting all this money on boxing for what? Get rid of it. And that's what happened. Long story short. Now they looking at Paramount Plus and Showtime numbers. So I said, man, get rid of boxing. For what? We put all this money here. And they looking where the money going, and they tracking the money and say they run the game on us. Get rid of them. Come on. So that's what it is. Now, will Tony Harrison give him more issues than Jermell Charlo? In ways, yeah. Because he ain't getting a lot of sparring with dudes who gonna use their feet and move their head, and he worried about the aspect of Charlo coming right at him and blitzing him and being aggressive. That's what he preparing for. But Charlo can't box and move. Castanos made him box and move a little bit. He's gonna come in there and knock Tim Tszyu out. And that's what he believed. And Tim Tszyu know that. And Tim Tszyu know that Charlo can't take pressure. So Tony Harrison, he gonna move, be a little aggressive here and there, a little bit rangier, a little bit like to keep the distance, move his feet. So it's a different style. But if that title ain't on the line and I'm Tim Tszyu representatives, no, we ain't taking that fight. We take a lesser fight. But ain't too many dates to go around over there. It's not too many dates to go around. That's a problem. You know, it ain't too many dates to go around. That's the problem. So if Charlo and Tszyu wasn't selling, or they didn't want to put that on TV, if that theory is true or that rumor is true, why would they do it for Harrison and Tszyu unless they going over to Australia? So that's the $1 million question. Unless they going over to Australia. So, I don't know, but I would love to see it. But right now, it seems like there's some struggle with TV dates. You hear some issues with PBC too coming up. You hear some issues with PBC. So we have to wait and see. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications and get all the notifications and stuff, man. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the Box News playlist. Peace.